You have probably seen online coding tools like bolt.new or lovable, where you just type in a prompt like add user login with Supabase and boom, your app is updated instantly. But have you ever wondered how do these tools actually work under the hood? Let's break it down from the AI models they use to how they handle your code to how they stream results right into your browser. So hey guys, how's it going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to see how AI tools like Lovable and Bolt actually work. So let's get started without any further ado. First things first, why do we even talk about these? These tools literally feel like magic, but they are not just magic. They are a clever combination of AI models, smart prompt engineering, real-time coding environments, and modern web architecture. Understanding this helps you use them better and maybe even build your own tools someday. So let's start with the big idea. When you use an online tool like Bolt or Lovable, here's what happens every time you type in a prompt. So you as a user gives a user prompt. Now this user prompt is sent to the backend which contains of various tools. Now these tools sends it to an LLM and the LLM gets back with a code. Now this code is applied to the code base and this code base result is shown to you via the browser. Basically, everything revolves around a giant AI model like Claude, GPT-4 or Gemini that sits right in the cloud and gives you responses. Here's the really cool part. These tools don't just send your question alone to the AI, they also send your code base. For example, if you ask add a button in nav.js, this tool reads your file nav.js, then copies its entire content and includes that file text in the prompt to the AI. That's how the AI knows your existing project structure and doesn't hallucinate random file names or random content of your file. Besides your code, these tools also add hidden instructions called system prompts or project prompts. These tell the AI things like the project uses React and Tailwind, always write TypeScript, not JavaScript, and maybe keep your code clean and modular. Things like this, which will generate us better results. These hidden prompts help keep the AI's answers consistent and better. And then there's your chat history. Tools like Bolt and Lovable keep track of your previous messages and include them in the prompts too. That way the AI remembers the conversation flow. Like if you first said build a login page and later you said that connect it to Supabase, right? Now these are two different steps. So it has to remember what it has done previously to make sure that the current step is linked to the previous one perfectly. But there's a catch. LLMs have context limits, maybe 100,000 tokens or so. So if your chat gets too long, these tools might have to summarize your older chats or drop off some old messages to stay under the limit to give a proper input to the LLM model. So the prompt goes to the LLM in the cloud. The model processes all that information and sends back a text response. Usually that response includes a file path like where the file should be located, from directories to the file name and its extension, and also the actual code along with it. Now comes the clever bit. The tool reads that text response and actually changes your files by applying the code given from the LLM or by the LLM to the code base. So the AI acts like a real developer editing your project behind the scenes. And it just doesn't stop there. These tools don't just edit files, they can run your code live as well. bolt.new for example uses something called as web containers, which is an entire Node.js environment running inside your browser. And coming to Lovable, it spins up cloud containers that compile and run your code on their servers. Now, once the code is compiled, the result will be shown to you on your particular window. So as soon as the AI makes changes, you see the result live without installing or running anything on your system. Another super cool piece is streaming. Instead of waiting for the whole answer, these tools stream the AI's text token by token as it's generated. Like you might have seen ChatGPT giving its response word by word, it's basically the same thing. That's why you see the AI typing code into the chat in real time. It keeps the experience smooth, fast, and also creates a better user experience, right? Under the hood, both bolt.new and lovable are basically a React frontend running in your browser, a backend with Node.js microservices handling things like your user sessions, LLM calls, storing your project, and managing builds and previews on the server. They also connect to third party services like Supabase for databases, GitHub for version control, and Netlify for hosting. These integrations are all tools which the AI can use when needed depending on the user prompt. Another important point to keep in mind is that this magic costs money because every time you talk to the AI, it burns through tokens, and AI models basically charge for number of tokens for both input and output. That's why these tools encourage smaller prompts or summarizing chat history to save on money and avoid hitting token limits. So that's how online tools like bolt.new and lovable work under the hood. They package your code and context, send it to the cloud AI models, stream back code, and automatically edit your project. It's basically an invisible AI developer collaborating with you in real time. Other tools such as Cursor, Try AI, and these IDEs also work in a similar fashion. Let me know in the comments below which tools you have tried and you would love to know more about. And this is Ashish Nalana signing off. Thank you for watching.